Hello, my name is Dominic Underhallhouse and welcome to another episode of Monster Train. So you might have noticed the schedule has shifted slightly, where everything's moved a day forward at the moment. Like I said in the previous week, I've been trying to get a sort of a pattern down as when I'm going to release these videos, but unfortunately I've not been able to find any Moonbreaker games recently, so that's had to take a back seat. And with no Magic the Gathering content I wanted to play at the moment to sort of fill that gap, I didn't want to bring a whole new game into things, so everything's just shifted back slightly just to fill those gaps for the meantime. So for now, we are on to Monster Train. We're going to go back to a run, start a new one, and we're going to see what we have to work with. I believe we just unlocked a new faction last time we were here, so we have to see what that looks like and see if we can figure anything else out about them. Whoa. That was a drastic intro of the Wormkin there. Resurrect the reclusive Wormkin. These keepers of Titan lore and history bring the power they've stored over millennia of dedicated study and isolation. I mean, they look awesome. I'm absolutely on board with this. So we've now got Hellhorn, Awoken, Stygian Guard, Umbra, and Wormkin. I don't think we've even used the Umbra yet. How do you unlock Wormkin? Hang on. Is it the logbook? Is that where we see it? So how do we unlock Umbra? Oh, it was some other requirement here. I can't remember what it was. Okay. You know what? I'm going to just start a whole new one, and I'm actually going to stick both new factions in here. And we just have to pick which champion we want. So, Wormkin have got a 520 Spine Chief with Apply Reap 2. Unit takes 1 damage per stack of... I'm assuming that is Reap. After combat ends, does not decrease. Okay, so that constantly stacks. I'm assuming Reap by playing Infuse cards. The Wormkin use Reap to power spells and abilities. Reap can exceed empty gems, but excess Reap will be removed at the end of turn. I mean, I'm not sure what that is, I'll be completely honest. So let's have a look at... Not Stygian Guard, Umbra. Penumbra, wow, 2020. Add a common or uncommon morsel unit to your hand. I mean, that means absolutely nothing to me. I remember seeing a thing that said non-morsel unit. You know what? On pure aesthetics, I'm going to go with Wormkin first, with an Umbra ally, and just see what we can work out here. And we're finally at Covenant rank 2. Add deadweight to your starting deck. Sure. So we're just going to dive straight into it. If you've enjoyed this, please do hit the like and subscribe buttons. Join us in the Patreon in the description, or most importantly, please do drop a comment. We've got somebody who already regularly drops comments relating to Monster Train. I am loving it. I really appreciate that, so I hope you know that you're valued. But anyone who drops a comment, it means a lot to me, so please go ahead and do so if you want. For now, let's have a look at this. Extract 2. Lose that after you play the card. Okay, add that, whatever that icon is, by playing Infuse cards. The Wormkin use those to power spells and abilities. It can exceed the other thing, yeah. I mean, sure, I don't really know. Spends all your remaining Ember. Consume, apply 1x damage shield. I mean, I don't like that very much. It's reasonable, but whatever. Lose that after you play this card. If you cannot, the card cannot be played. So maybe that's what... Is that what Extract is there? Yeah, so that's Extract is like an additional resource. It costs nothing, but we need to have additional ones of those gems. Okay, now I'm starting to get it. As long as it's dazed, yeah, and then move it to the back. Okay. Not sure what we've got ourselves in for here. Maybe I've done a little bit more than I can chew. Okay, so I liked Traitor's Quill before, and we've already got some consume cards, and that gives them a bit of value. Dazed below the Pyro, we just don't want them to get there, so let's go with Traitor's Quill. Let's go for consume. Upgrade our champion. We haven't even looked at our deck yet. Okay, Strike gains 1 Charged Echo. I don't know what even to call them yet. Inspire is when you gain that stuff. Apply Reap 2. to enemy units. I mean, the Infector or the Decayer? Let's go with the simple one. Let's go with this to begin with. And I probably shouldn't have done that, but I can't resist taking the first one no matter what. Probably should have saved it for an artifact. Heaven's Priest. These disciples have dedicated themselves to the service of heaven and will attempt to restore the life of their companions. The non-boss enemy units get +4 attack. We're going to stick to the tradition of just trying these and seeing if we can beat them, because they are pretty good boosts, and the problem is we don't know what anything does. Build up charged echoes, okay, to empower Wormkin, units and spells on that floor. Oh, so empower Wormkin, units and spells on that floor. Echoes that exceed the available spaces will disappear at the end of turn, yeah. Play infused, there we go, play infused cards to add to that floor. Oh, so it's got a little chart up here. Wormkin's starting artifact wormed. Excuse me, I should not be yawning. My goodness, it's not even late, I'm not even tired. Wormkin's starting artifact Wormtooth applies infused start to starter cards and 1 card per draft. Okay. So, add a common or uncommon morsel unit to your hand. What does that do? Eaten. At the next round of combat, this unit will be eaten by the front unit without an eaten ability. Eater gains +1 attack and +1 health. Okay. I guess we pop this here and let it get eaten. There's not enough space for that, so we can just pop that down here, I guess. I'll pop another one a bit further up for the sake of it. And we don't have enough to do the extract here, so we're actually going to miss out on this, which is probably what I should have been looking at. But we do gain additional things there anyway. Okay, so this applies damage shield, unplayable, unpurgeable. Oh, so that's what the one for the, what's it called? Covenant rank is. Interesting. Extract 2 and gain 15 attack. I mean, that is huge. We'll gain another morsel. Eater gains health. Sure. So we'll pop this here to work our way through that. What damage shields do we want? So I mean, this loses 6 here anyway. Oh my goodness, I don't know how we actually get through enough of this. We might as well put the damage shields here. I think that this might even end up going to the pyre with the additional attack. Okay, the strikes help. Oh no, they weren't hasty, it's fine. Apply Reap 2. So this is blowing my mind slightly. So what's this? How am I? Are these just in my deck? Shade Splitter? Who knows? So what if we just use that, say, here? I can still put it down over here. I guess we apply Reap onto this. 15 attack here to kill that, and then these all die. This lives. Anywhere we can fit that. I guess we put it there. Do we need any damage shields anywhere? It doesn't do anything anyway. Oh no, consuming does damage, so we can just use that here. I should have been doing that. I forgot about the consuming dealing 30 damage. Okay. We're doing alright here though. We're doing alright. So we've got... So the Reap doesn't do that much, seeing as these can't actually get that far. So, what about... Is this the final rank? It maybe is, actually. So we'll pop Reap, Reap, grab ourselves a morsel, and we could just daze that, but honestly, I don't know if we really even need to. So this is, yeah, this is a chain forever, so we should actually be fine here. There we go. Okay, so we didn't lose any pyre health, that's good. You have to excuse my like random fluffy lump of hair here, by the way. Not quite sure what's going on, but I need a haircut. Okay, so infused and extract 2. That's really interesting. I like the look of this. So apply infused cards in hand, apply armor 2 to friendly units. So per that to friendly units, per echoes. I'm going to go with echo transfer. Infused and extract seems like a really good combination, just makes things a little bit easier. Deal 3x damage to an enemy unit, slay, gain 2 ember. Deal 3 damage and 2 uncommon or rare morsel units to your hand. Ooh. I mean, the damage shield one I don't like that much, but this seems quite cool. I want to try, what was it, Anumbra Assault, and then unit draft. Okay, so this is where things get interesting. Infused, inspire with when we gain that counter, +2 attack and armor 2. Gorge, when it eats a unit. Okay, so this is a neat one. It gains more lifesteal. Okay. Shell 5. At the end, remove echoes from the floor to remove shell. From the front unit with shell. When all shells remove unit will hatch. Summon 2 bogfly units, so that's really mediocre. I don't like that very much. I want to try this guy. Let's go for the ET guy and be like, get super lifesteal. So we've got Wormkin unit, units for powers, or an Umbra unit. We're focusing Wormkin this time. We'll go Wormkin. Okay, so we get unit with 10 attack, with 3 attack per, again, also per echo, I guess. So where do we want to give 10 attack? I mean, this works. 10 attack here is pretty great. It's just going to heal very easily. Do you know what? I think maybe we leave, pick up a unit and come back. Etch. Okay, so what is Etch? Triggers when a card is consumed on this floor. Because that's just a big thing. And this is Shell 8, so removes echoes to try and hatch. Armor 20, Multi Strike 1, apply Reap to enemy units. This thing is big. I want this. And let's see if we can then... I mean, I guess we just... It triggers when something's consumed. I don't think that's really necessary, but we might as well while we're here. In fact, no. Let's have a look at... What have we got in here? Okay, so none of these. What about this? +10/+10 and lifesteal 5. Ooh. I mean, if we sacrifice this and put it on here, how does that even die? Okay, let's try this out. Yeah, I mean, this seems like really, really big and beefy. Spell chain and purge. No, we don't want those. That thing looks awesome, by the way. Just to clarify that briefly, we are churning through our what's it called, pack shards already. Pyro absorbers. These pyro sensitive attackers use heavy hitters and get stronger when spells are cast. Use your spells wisely. Do we need 75 extra gold for more enemy units? This time I think I'm not going to. Not because I don't think I can deal with it, but it's just a hassle, isn't it? Ooh, okay. So we've got 2 really big beefy things here, but honestly, I don't think I can avoid putting this here and just trying to block the entire first floor off. I guess we put that up there. And how cool do these artworks look? We don't have any extract anyway, so we can't play it. This consumes, but again, doesn't really matter, so let's just go for this. Look at that, heals right up. Okay, so what have we got here? So we can apply Reap over here. Apply Damage Shield. So this is Infuse and apply Reap to, which is nice. Do you know what? I think we're just going to try and take that out first and just... it's just... We can't even extract 2 as the awkward part. We can... Let's just pop the train steward here, and we don't need to waste our consume spell here. What I will do is consume here to kill that and just get us some gold, because this will be 50 gold. There you go. I'll take 50 gold. The fact this thing is never going to die unless something really beefy comes across. Or comes along rather than across. 3 damage. Is this the... When a card's consumed on this floor it gets buffed? Yeah, so let's get ourselves a morsel. Pop it over here. And I guess we infuse here to get an extra thing. I don't know if this really matters. The only other thing we can do is put a train guard up here anyway, so let's just do that. We do need to find a way of keeping our captain alive. Find a wave already, okay. Right, can we... So the fact that this has infused and that is awesome. We can just apply, I guess, route 2 there. Add a morsel. Pop it here. Add a morsel. Pop it here. And this is going to be an absolute monstrosity of turn because they can't out-damage me. This thing's ridiculous. Oh, it had attacks anyway, but we just back up to 68 every single time. I think this thing might even carry most of our run. Get a couple of card backs here. Apply armed friendly units. Apply infused cards in hand. I actually think Bounding Echoes could be really useful. I'm going to take that just in case. Infused. Apply Lifesteal 4 and Ember Drain 2. Ooh. You lose 1 Ember for every stack of Ember Drain. Oh, okay, so we lose Ember, but we get a big buff on there. Interesting. 3x damage to an enemy unit and gain 2 Ember. And 3 uncommon or rare morsel into your hand. We want morsels. More morsels. Morsels. So we've got Umbra unit, Pyre Health, Merchant of Steel. We'll go this side. We do need some better units. We've got some great units, but there's only like 1 of them. Resolve. What's Resolve again? After combat. Summon an Antumbra morsel and a Magma morsel. So gain 6 health and 6 attack. That's pretty cool. When you summon a morsel on this floor, create a copy of it. You know what? I think I'd rather have the Morsel Master. So the Umbra of the Morsel one. So even though we're actually a Wormkiller. Oh, hang on. So wait, is this thing... Triggers when a card is consumed on this floor. But the morsels are Umbra things. Are they? Maybe not? I don't know. I'm confusing myself. I'll figure it out one day, who knows. Forge our spells to gain new powers. So, what could do with magic power? This absolutely 13 damage, way more effective. What could do with costing less? I mean, honestly, that's also a possibility, but I might just go with one of the Shade Splitters. Because I don't think these are going to be able to get that many relevant buffs anyway. And let's remove a card from our deck. We'll take out one of our Train Stewards. They're just not that great. And we've got some really big beefy things, so... don't think we're going to need any of this. Nope, don't want any of that. What we do want is our caverns. So, let's see what adventure we're on today. Ooh, what's this one? Ember deposits frozen in place. Collect around openings in the ground. A byproduct of the pyre, these energy sources have gone dormant. At closer inspection, one mound of this rubble seems to have something more powerful protruding from it. While you could take the protrusion, removing some of the ember deposits and hauling them to the area would help you eventually revive them with some power, granting you something later on. So take the protrusion, gain abandoned stave, gain 2 vengeful shard. So +1 ember for every 2 blight cards in your deck. Okay. Remove the rubble, get 3 calcified ember now, get upgraded versions later. I'm all for the long game. We're not here for anything other than trying to drag this out a little bit more. Remove the ember deposits from the pile and place them in the bone shaker. They may be a burden now, but they could prove useful later on. The train rumbles back to life, leaving the glowing relic behind for another lucky traveller. Yeah, I'm all about late game stuff. I'm perfectly happy with this. And we're back over to Daedalus. Creator of devices used by the disciples, this disgraced professor has arrived in hell to support Seraph and the Winged with explosive devices. Enemy units deal 1 damage to the front unit on death. Okay, let's see if we can get our big beefy thing out first. So our chief is there, a morsel master. Conscious plate removed from your deck for the rest of the run. So I'm not sure we even want to do that. So we obviously want this. So let's get some morsels. Oh, that's a consume card, isn't it? Of course. So what if we just place this and then stick this behind, and then a magma morsel? Do we get? We still get 2. That's pretty nice. Daedalus is there, so we don't want to go anywhere near that. What we can do is just apply Reap to him, because that doesn't disappear. We'll save these for later. Unfortunately, I think we're going to take some damage here on our leader, but morsels will help us heal. And if we find our... there we go. Our big, beefy first of kin. So, that's going to die. Extract to apply 15 attack. So I think here we're just going to pop our big one down. And honestly, that's all we can do. We might even just lose our leader here. But even if we do, this is going to be absurd. So, we do have a Reap. We can pop over there. Add a morsel to our hand. As it stands at the moment, we're going to die, because that's 10 damage to the front unit. So I genuinely think we might just pop this in there, and that's going to die to Reap, so I guess we just pop this further up. We could also just consume here, which doesn't do anything at this point in time. So we're going to save that for now, because consuming the 30 damage is really useful. This thing dealing things here and there. We need to get more Reap onto this. So, how do we get... So this gives us extra attack, damage shields, and morsels. There we go, right, so this is the deal 13 damage. So we pop that here. We get some great morsels. There we go. Eat against 3 attack and lifesteal 1. Do you know what I think we're going to do? Do we have a consume? This is a consume, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so what we can do is we can place this here. We can use our consume to protect our leader, which gets rid of one of them. Puts... oh, was it only damage shield 1? Oh. Oops. Oh no, that's really bad. I thought it was damage shield 2. I thought we had enough ember for it. We're going to lose our leader. We're going to lose our leader. Okay, what can we do? Can we get another morsel? 1 attack, 1 health. And how does eating work again? Unit with the front enemy without an eaten ability. Yes, so... Extract to apply 15 damage. Oh, I really wish I hadn't messed this up. I guess I'll just apply this here to get more healing out of this. Yeah, take that. We've lost our captain. That's pretty bad news, or our champion rather. But luckily this thing is really our champion. So this is actually going to heal, which is quite ridiculous. So we still want to just keep putting Reap onto Daedalus. I mean, this doesn't even matter. Infuse extract 2, applying 15 attack. How is this even healing? Oh, lifesteal 2. Oh wait, hang on, is lifesteal a number of attacks? Oh, I thought lifesteal would be how much you heal, not specifically a number of attacks. Interesting. Okay, I mean that's going to heal up anyway, but we could just consume to deal 30, I guess? Sure. In that case, let's do this. This could help. That we don't care about. This is going to just get chomped anyway. Final wave. Daedalus exists. Make sure we stick all of the reaps in here. Grab some morsels. Funny enough, I think we need to actually place this morsel at the back, this morsel at the front, and now we're going to churn through a bunch of damage on Daedalus. And I think we're in a reasonable spot. So we might actually have to do something to deal with that, but it doesn't have an attack value, so yeah, this will get a lot of attack done, and then this one, it just can't beat it. I genuinely don't think Daedalus can even beat this, unit, yeah. We might as well just see what happens here. More morsels? I guess we give it more lifesteal. And more health. Then more attack. We're fine with attack. If we keep all our classified things, this thing is just going to be unreal. Rare pack and a draft. Nice. Consume. Apply multi-strike 1 and Ember Drain 4. I mean, Ember Drain 4 could be worth it on our big thing getting multi-strike. 6 attack per echo, or deal 30 damage to the front enemy unit. 30x damage with infused. I mean, I really like the look of Furnace Tap though. I can't resist the idea of putting Furnace Tap on our big thing. Gorgeous to attack permanently. Summon Kinhost Pupper. Multi-strike 1, reap to enemy units. Sweep. Etch, which is when something's consumed, apply reap 2 to enemy units. I mean, this isn't going to work that well, but a sweep unit is always useful. I kind of want to try an egg, but let's see. I mean, it has to live for 8 turns, is it? Or does it just remove all of it? I don't even think the thing it makes is that good. Let's go with this. Ember per turn, draw 1 per turn, capacity on each floor. Honestly, I don't think we're struggling for Ember, so I think capacity. It's a pretty good call here. I mean, I just love artifacts. Although, I mean, we can't not go here, having seen this. Let's grab a Wormkin unit. When played, gain 10 attack, 10 health, and 1 cost. 1 space per one of those. Honestly, I don't see myself using this. This is going to be too hard to actually keep in place. And then I'm not convinced on the shell things yet, so we're going to skip that. We are, however, going to duplicate, and I think you know what I'm going to duplicate. The the first of kin. Duplicate for 15 gems. There we go. Upgrade our champion. It's always nice. Multi-strike 1. When we strike, we gain 1. Strike, gain 1 echo. Friendly units have +5 attack per echo. I'm going for the Infector here. More attacks, more buffs, more better. Gain some gold. See what toys we've got in the middle here. I don't think we're going to need to worry about this. Let's just see what the essences we've got are. We need summon a morsel, copy it, yeah. +5 health and etch, apply reap 2 to enemy units. We've got that anyway. And these are just medium. I don't think there's anything more to pick up here. I think this is pretty much what we want, and we can keep pushing forward. I'm really enjoying this run actually. It's one of my most fun things so far. These clipped grow in strength each time they ascend your train. Take them out before they become unstoppable. Take a bunch of attack from extra gold. We can deal with that. This may be an issue, but we're going to try. If we get our really big thing, we're in a great spot. Okay, well this immediately looks like we could end up dying. So I mean, the Ember Drain's actually a brutal thing to get here as well, so that's pretty awkward. If we had more infused... do we take 22 damage on this immediately? Oh dear. I think we save this. Although we could just put it on here and just go off with this. But again, we're not going to be able to protect it very well. I honestly feel like we actually just put things up here, use this to push some damage through, but then that's it maybe? Oh no, because this is good when things are consumed. But it only has 20 health, so it dies if it goes down here, so let's just pop that here. Maybe stick some morsels at the back. This is our special big beefy boy turn. Okay, so we don't care about that. This guy we care about. So he's obviously here, he's going to kill that. This consume will not kill either of those. But consuming here will now kill that one. Which works out well. So we can just leave it at that. And then this is going to just keep healing. Don't care about that. We're getting extra gold out of this anyway because we gave them extra attacks. And this should be okay. Do we have a consume somewhere? Honestly, just putting this up here. Probably fine. And then putting a bunch of extra attack here. There we go. So we do need to start protecting this. We'll get some morsels to deal with that in a moment, but there shouldn't be that much even gets through to this if we can get our multi-strike onto here as well. So let's see if we can... Also with our protection thing as well, come to think of it. So, morsels. As it stands at the moment, this isn't going to be going 100% great, but that's fine. This is a very awkward floor. Okay, anything that we need to... So 2 of those are dead, 1's alive. I honestly don't have enough. We're just going to apply Reap here, and I guess Proper Train she would die. This was a waste, but I kind of want it out the deck actually. This we need to protect. We need to find a way of keeping that alive. A brief respite. Okay. Do we have consume? Yes, we do. So consume here to deal with the thing. Honestly, I think we have to morsel here. And can we even consume? I don't even think we can do it. I think our captain is my captain is just going to be the big loser here. So let's just pop one morsel back here. Another one here for some lifesteal and maybe some more buffs. He's going to die. Let's apply some attack here. And why not, let's just reap something else as well. For good measure. So yet again we're going to lose our champion, but they're not important. They're just to tide us over while our big crystally wormy dragony things start dealing with things properly. So consume and apply infuse to things in hand is good for us because we just want an extra consume to kill that, and then we can put a big damage shield here, and pretty sure there we go, pretty sure that does it. Ends this battle. So they're going to heal, enhance the manufacturers. Yeah, after combat gains 5, but we're going to end up living here, so we can just let this go as it likes. Deal with Captain Falcon or whatever his name is, the Clip Guard. This thing is ridiculous. There we go. Easy as that. I cannot believe how well this is going, even through like that extra bonus there. Apply Reap 13. Wow. Okay, I mean, I want this. We haven't really been able to use this. It's not felt good. Return something infused. Return a spell card from the discard pile to your hand, and then apply infused -1 cost and consume. Interesting. Not quite sure how that's going to function, but we'll give that a go. Soul Cripple's what we want. I think that's absolutely right. Ooh. Infused, applied damage shield 2, rage 6 and Ember Drain 3. Ember Drain seems quite scary. Crucible Extension seems awesome for what we want to do. 20 damage to a random unit 3 times, slay, gain 2 Ember. I think this is what we want, because we've got all these morsels and things. I think this could be pretty good. Okay. Ooh. What's going on here? Oh, the Ember Deposits. Similar to before, Ember Deposits are seen piled throughout the area, but this time you can see the ice beginning to melt, revealing the more powerful Ember beneath. As if influenced by the warming of its related energy, the calcified Ember you removed before starts to melt as well, granting you something much more useful to harness along your journey. So it becomes gain 2 Ember and draw a card. Wow. Okay, that was well worth it. Absolutely worth it. Okay, I'm going to have a quick break here. I'll be back and I will see you for the next part of the video. Okay, we are back and it's time to figure out which route we'd like to take now. So we have got a choice between Merchant of Magic, Higher Health and gaining an artifact. Ooh, another artifact in the middle is nice. Vortex, Caverns and duplicate another card. Do you know what? I don't normally want to avoid artifacts, but we don't need Higher Health, we don't need to forge it. Let's go with this and duplicate another one of our big boys. You can just stick 3 of them down and see if we can ever lose. So we'll start with the Concealed Caverns and see what this helps us out with. Because I do really like the Concealed Caverns, they're always quite interesting. The train stops it near some familiar crystals. The Covenant Memorial is in the middle, refracted twice by the crystals surrounding it. One larger, one smaller in front of each. There are markings for a creature to stand to receive the remaining energy. Do you investigate the crystals further? Yes, the large one. Upgrade a unit with 2 cost, 30 attack and 30 health. I don't think we've got many that really matters with. Although, 2 cost, I mean, it basically just puts one of those big guys solidly in there. Or make 1 unit. Ooh. But haven't we already upgraded it? Let's make a unit 1 space. Yeah, we can do that. We can make it only take 1 space up. That's so good. So now when we duplicate something, we duplicate that. Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, this is... Okay, that was a good upgrade. After a tiny spark of light and a faint squeak, your ally steps away from the crystal, much smaller than before. They're so small, in fact, that you almost miss them entirely before returning to the train. Wow, I want more of these. That's such a good upgrade. The Vortex will be next, so... Excavated Ember's great now, but we can just remove these Train Stewards. We don't care for these at all. Thank you very much. We will pick up an artifact here if we need to. When you play a spell, spells in hand that cost less are reduced to 0 for the turn. When 1 or more echoes are added to a floor, apply Reap 1 to a random enemy unit twice. I mean, this is probably what I'm taking. Spells that consume have a 50% chance to be discarded instead. So how much consume do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 consume spells? Ooh. Okay, maybe we have to start looking at going for the consume one. So the reaping is really nice. Like adding more and more stacks of reap could be really powerful. However, given that we've already got the one that deals 30, haven't we? Yes, I think we want wing clippings here. This seems awesome. And then we want to duplicate our 1 space big dude. So again, we're gonna work our way through some of the pack shards. We're getting a little bit close. We have to stop now, basically. But I think this is a really solid option. The Sycophants of Seraph. Seraph has recruited many to his cause, both winged and clipped. These followers have grouped together to inundate you with sheer numbers. We don't care about extra gold at this point, we've got loads, so we're just going to ignore that and just go for the fight. I mean, I've got no problem with taking it on, but I just don't feel like it's necessary. Really. Okay, so... having these is great as well. So these still cost loads. So what's our best route here? So this is 12, 56 to 18 damage. So I do think this is still the right option here. And we'll stick our Spine Chief behind it. Because this still leaves us space for a couple of morsels. So we're going to absolutely be fine here. There we go, churn through almost all of that. Okay, so we can't deal with this, obviously, that's fine. Given that this thing isn't that relevant, this is all going to be just dying, so it doesn't matter too much anyway. We can gain additional Ember. I mean, so maybe we put the 3 cost up here, the 1 cost here, and then we just reap something. So maybe we are doing this. We're going to excavate an Ember. Oh, that was a consume. Oops. Either way, we'll pop this here and infuse and apply reap 2. So I think here we just want to apply this to that, because we're going to kill 3 of these anyway. Yeah, this seems pretty reasonable. Gain the free gold again. The fact that we just keep healing up is mad. We do need to find some of our morsels to get a bit more lifesteal in there. We do still have 3 left though. So if we kill something here, we get a bunch of morsels. We haven't found anything to put in front of this, which is kind of awkward, so we do actually need to kill one of these. Okay. +3 +1 and lifesteal. That's what we want down here. And then I guess this one can heal up. Extract to apply 15 attack. I mean, we could just stick this on our champion. That's pretty powerful here. And then it's going to be buffing up anyway. We can apply some reap to things. I think we actually have to apply reap as many times as possible here and just try and get this to start taking some damage before getting to this point. This is going to get through, I think, unfortunately. I actually think it might make it all the way through to the top. We need to find one of those daze things, maybe? Ooh, multi-strike and ember drain. So what if we... do we need a... Right, so what if we consume on this first? In fact, let's consume this to draw a card. Okay, so we can daze that. We'll add this on. There we go, now that's going to die because we use the consume. Our ember drain is going to be in effect here. This isn't great. So what if we infuse here to pick up the infuse, and then... Does this have an effect? Yeah, applies reap when itch. But I think for here we just want to pop this over this side. We're already killing one of these, so can we kill any more? I mean, if we use a consume spell here, we do a lot more damage. We can put damage shield there. Just a random little buff there, and I guess we put another eater down here. Apply daze 3 to a unit and move it to the back. I actually think maybe this. Okay, this feels like this would work. A morsel eater. Let's pop another one of these down. Okay, we're feeling good. This is like our last line of defense, but that's fine. It loses 2 lifesteal because it attacks twice. Of course it does. But we've got enough ways of like the morsels to keep gaining lifesteal, so I think we're okay here. And that's just dead. Front one of these is definitely not, so let's go for a consume here to kill that. Consume here, I guess, to get infused. This is already going to die, so we just want to buff things up. Honestly, we're just going to put it on our big boss. And let's put some damage shields here. Okay, this feels decent. We're now onto the Sycophants of Seraph. So what can we do about it? I mean, this hasn't done much this turn, but oh yeah, we're out of Cinder, aren't we? So we need to do the infused extract. So if we just pop that in here, pop it in here again. Oh, that just wipes everything. Pop a damage shield on for good measure. Pop a morsel in for good measure as well. And let's just end things. Yeah, so that gets through, and then we just hit hard enough here. Perfect. There we go. Free loot. Okay, this has gone well. Consume, gain 1 ember per echo. Extract 3. Oh yeah, let's see, extract 3. Extract 1, deal 5 damage twice. Slay, gain 2 echoes. Let's go with this. This could be useful when playing more useful things out. Add 3 excavated ember cards to your discard pile. Oh, we've already got these, and we like consume anyway. Apply damage shield 1, add 2 uncommon or rare morsels to your hand. It's pretty decent, but it's expensive. Infused, apply damage shield 2, rage 6, and ember drain 3. The ember drain's what I'm worried about here. I think we're going to go for more consume cards and just go for the bursting things through. So we've got caverns, trinkets, and gold. Or we've got pyre health, forge units, and vortex. We're going to go caverns first. I want more trinkets, I want more caverns. Artifacts are my favourite things of these. Oh, it's this guy, okay. My time in hell has granted me access to the records of the most fascinating clans. I've memoried their contents. Okay, so we can go for either Hellhorn, so consume, apply fragile, and multi-strike 1 to a unit. Consume, apply quick. Consume, return top 5 consume spells to the top of your draw pile. That's so cool. We're taking that. We've got a huge consume synergy anyway. That's awesome. We're going to be able to get so many things out of that. We get the free gold. Now let's play with trinkets. When a card is played with consume, all cards gain 1 magic power for the rest of the battle. I mean, that's pretty reasonable. Sure. I don't care about this 5 damage thing that much, but we'll take it because sometimes you get all those 1 damage things. Plus 3 magic power. Ooh, a start battle, add 2 echoes to each floor. That's really cool. I want that. And then we'll just purge Train Steward. Can't believe that we just spent all of our gold in one go, but I'm kind of okay with that. That's just me as a player. I like doing that sort of thing. And we can move on to Fell the Wings of Light. Not long to go. Hopefully we can keep this successful run up, get this consume synergy with a bunch of nonsense going. Excuse me. Clip resolve as guard fell to weigh you down with guilt before the warrior can make her killing blow. Remove these weights to thwart her assault. We'll add scourge cards to your hand and deck. So, yep, scourges are just awkward. Okay. They're all over the place, of course. Okay, so we've got a purge card there. We've got a good amount of things that we can bring in down here. This doesn't do anything yet, so we can fill 5 slots in here, but that doesn't do that much, but I actually think it could be alright. So let's go with this here, and just see what happens. We'll take 5 pyre damage here, that's fine. We want to be pushing through these and hopefully use some consume cards to chew through some of these in a moment. Getting 1 more of these out would be great. There we go. So the fact that this just deals 13 damage and can bring us some morsels is great. Okay, so... Oh, of course it uses Ember. Oops. Should have played this. Okay, so... We can't actually play anything here, which is very awkward. We needed that Ember. So let's give that another lifesteal trigger. I guess we could apply some reap here. And purge this. And I mean, there's no reason not to play another one of these, really. Sure. This was a mistake though. Okay, we churned through all of that. Hey, we got our 25% chance there. So this is the sweep one, so this works. Do we get any of our big things? No, we didn't. So we're gonna lose some pyre health to that, I believe. So let's bring this in. Do we want to extract 2 to put any damage on anything else? I think we do. Probably want to put it here. And just call this a day. So again, we're taking some damage from the opponents. These are pretty frustrating, but we're going to take some more damage from that as well. But eventually we should be able to get our way through these. I keep saying churn. I don't know why churn has become a thing that's in my vocabulary at the moment. Okay, so all we can really do here is add morsels and purge things. So let's just purge those and add a morsel. The eater gains +6. So I guess here. This doesn't really matter. We didn't get enough here to damage it, but that's going to be okay. Next turn, we can push through here. It's getting to this point. This way we're going to struggle. Okay, so we're getting loads of these now, which is the problem. So we have however, drawn multiple consume spells. So we can gain a load of ember here. We can gain even more ember here. Get infused on all of these. Anywhere else we need to infuse it. I guess we infuse there to get that full. Weight of conviction here. And here. Oh, we can't even use this. Okay, so this doesn't matter because this is lifesteal, this is lifesteal. So I'm gonna put these all on here. And this gets us to put some damage onto the enemy leader, onto Sarah. I think this is getting awkward here when we can't push through this big thing. So we need to find our consume that gives. Okay, so we're just gonna have to consume things and see if we can push damage onto this. So give this more attack. We'll add 3 excavated embers. We're so close, but not quite close enough. These things just kind of have to suck it up, I think. So we'll do these first. And apply the damage shields. We're still going to be short, unfortunately. So it means we are going to take damage onto our fire. We need to find our third snake. Because I swear we had 3, didn't we? Either way, let's find out. So I guess we just retreat there. Consume. Which puts them both to dead, which is great. We're absolutely just consuming here to apply Root 13. Nothing else working the way up there, so consume here as well, get some morsels. So all of these are just extra health. So I think here we just put as many as we can here. One up here. And then start just getting redundant. Oh, we should have done the other one. It takes less damage this way, but oh well. We'll heal that up later, it's fine. I definitely think we've made a few misplays here. But we should be fine in terms of dealing Fel themselves. Which is good. So applying damage here. Apply Reap here. And there we go. So we use this just to make sure we don't have it anymore. I guess we stick the morsel down. And there we go. In theory, this should be it. I wish we could heal our fire a little bit. But yeah, we're able to buff these up so much just with raw power that it really does just put out so much damage. Goodbye, Fel. Okay, so we get our good spoils here. Consume, yeah, that's good, but this is just really good. Turn eaten units to your hand. I mean, that's a lot of units, but I think we just want another furnace tap. This thing is so sweet. At this point, I think there are some turns where we get loads of Ember and some where we're really lacking, but I think in general we still would rather have... Actually, no, we're not really using all of this a lot of the time. I think we just want more Ember. Let's just get more stuff we can do. Okay, so we don't need to remove cards. We could do with restoring health. 4 genes. I mean, I can't resist this. We don't need the temple shards. We're going this side, so we'll take this, go to the caverns first, see what it has to offer. A train graveyard. Okay, we've seen this before. Lose 3 pyre health, gain Heartstone. 6 pyre health, gain Buff Blood. 10 pyre health, get passive Petrified Heart. I mean, that's just terrible for us. I think maybe upgrade a unit with 25 health. So put it on maybe like one of these. Ooh, can we actually... We can still upgrade this. Oh, he just gets a free upgrade slot. That's awesome. I mean, I don't know if it's necessary at all. Might even just be this. But we're all in on one. No, it has to be something like this. We can't just justify anything else. Although maybe the other one wouldn't have used up a slot. So that could be where we're going wrong, is that we've wasted a slot here. We've gained that. Let's look at boosting our units. So, ooh, upgrade a unit with quick. So we can't put that on our leader. We can just put it on this. Although we don't want it to be quick. We want this to be quick. Sweep and quick is better. 3 attack per echo. I guess we just do it on the Morsel Master. No reason not to be honest. We don't have anything else to do. We might as well spend our gold there and upgrade our champion. So multi-strike 2 is great, especially when we've got synergy that adds even more. Inspire is whenever you gain that, you apply root 2 to enemy units. I think just hitting like a truck is better. We are going to be battering people at this rate. If we can get like those plus 12 attacks over and over again. We don't... I mean, Spike's 5, it's loads, but... I think given that we've got a load of things that attack... Sorry, our main like captain just attacks multiple times, our champion, I think we don't need this. I think we've got a really powerful list as it is. So, yeah, this is the one we want to find first of all. So we pop this up here. Pop this in as well. We could try and just take 30 damage off of it, but I actually think this is what we do. And just put all 3 of these out. I actually also think that we probably use this here just to burn through that in one turn. And make that a little bit easier. Hopefully the lifesteal puts us mostly back up. Yes, it does. Okay, so we're all fine on these fronts. So let's go with... Oh, we didn't even go for the spikes, and they've still got spikes. Obviously this just comes out here. We can consume here to gain additional resources. I think we can just pop another root thing back here. Apply days 3 to a unit and move it back. So this has spikes, this does not. I actually just think we're going to get loads back anyway, so I think we just daze this to stop taking the 3 damage. And then I guess we might as well consume here. It helps a little bit. It's not great, but it's better than nothing, I suppose. So now these are going to hopefully start falling apart. Yes, that's going to die, the one behind it is not, but that's fine. Unless we go for 2 consume cards. With a chance of it not removing the consume is also nice though, so Reap 13 on that would be insane. I think we need another Gatekeeper here. Start buffing our big captain up. Which nearly deals with all of this. King 2 Ember getting some morsels. Here we go. Get more lifesteal triggers here. Let's get a damage shield up here and more health up here. Soul Cripple. Apply Reap 13. I think we're saving this for the enemy boss. Or the last run. We'll just work our way through other things first. The lifesteal here, again, coming in clutch. We do need to start thinking about maybe having a situation where we could even die here, though. So who is the quick one? Is it this one? Yeah, it is. So we don't need to worry about that. We can just apply some... I mean, as it stands, all these die anyway. And nothing of ours does. So I think this is just unnecessary to even take any risks here. We might as well just buff up things over here. And with one more days on it, maybe to get through. This isn't really where I want the multi-strike, but I think it works. It gets them to the point where I struggle. We are losing lifesteal down here quite rapidly. That's only one hit. How are we looking here? Okay, so not enough Ember, of course. So let's gain some Ember. We can just add this here. That does a lot. Or we can just deal 20 damage and make a morsel. So overall this still gains health. I think we're doing this again. Yeah. Just getting a quadra attacking leader here. Okay, yep, nearly made it through. Okay, and we've still got 2 lifesteal, so anything that gives us the lifesteal ones is still useful though. Oh, I should have been using this for damage here. Oops. I guess we just stay here and add some morsels to our hand. There it is. This one can still get the lifesteal. We can put our leader up to 1,000,000 attack. I guess we just put a couple of buffs up here. Because we can get another one. Pop this up here and... we don't need to consume this though. We're going to be absolutely fine, there's no sense in worrying about it. Let's just save ourselves here and see what we can work out on this front. Consume to gain some morsels. Apply some extra attack to our leader. Honestly, I don't see any issues here at all. I think we just end the turn, take this out. The ability to just have that life-linking tank at the front and adding enough stacks on it that it just keeps going just about long enough is just unreal. This time we didn't let our captain die, which is nice, our champion. Turn spell card from the discard pile to your hand, apply infuse, -1 cost and consume. Sure, we'll take this just in case. I don't think it's going to be great. Infuse Sacrifice. Kill a friendly unit to play this card. Add 3 uncommon or rare morsel units to your hand. Apply damage shield, rage 6 and ember drain. 20 damage to enemy 3 times. I mean, maybe this works out. Yeah, I mean, eventually we don't need that much ember anyway, so let's just go with that. We've got other ways of generating it too. So, I think here we're going left almost definitely. We've got duplicate, powers, gold, and a trinket. Whereas otherwise we've got higher health, spells, and removing. We don't need to remove things really. So let's take our gold. forge our units, see what we've got here. +1 cost, 15 attack and 40 health. No, that's not good. I guess it's just upgrade it with health. That's the only thing we can do. We're nearly at the end, so I want to make sure we just get some value out of this. We will go for trinkets and artifacts, see what we can get. Higher starts with 15, plus who's space in the middle for morsel. Units enter with damage shield 1. I don't really care for any of this. 2 damage when enemy moves between floors. Before each battle, power health set to 50. If it reduces it, gain 3 gold for each health lost, or gain 1 stack of reap each time it is applied. Let's do that. Why not? It doesn't matter too much here. We don't have that much that's going to affect it from this point onwards. But we can, however, duplicate a card that isn't our champion. So I'm almost at the point where the Furnace Tap might be what I go for, because that seems to be really cool. And I think that's what I'm going to do. So I know we love our big dragons, and we have got 3 of them, so maybe we could just go for 1 more, make it 4, but then they're not really going to do much there. I want to try the Furnace Tap. Like, I'm starting to think this is a really cool way of finishing games, so let's just try that out. And head our way over to the grand finale of Seraph the Chased. So this could be our next win. End is near, the incarnation of Hell's greatest foe has the power to cleanse all units of effects that don't benefit Seraph, require more than sheer strength. With half of any buff and debuff effect stacks. That's so scary. Like, we've got so many buffs and debuffs. That's like buff effects, so not sure how this is going to work its way through. First of all, though, we need this in the front. We need this over here. It would be silly not to bring our Mortal Master as well. And we messed up because we can't apply Reap. Reaping here would be really nice, just start ticking away. I think we shouldn't have played the Mortal Master there, because now we're immediately losing fire health in the final battle. Haha, take 5. So, what do we do here? We need one of these. I actually think this could be a Excavated Ember. So this looks good for us so far, but we can do more. We can Furnace Tap up here, I think, and just get this to start ripping through things. So it gains Mod Strike and Ember Drain 4, Infuse and Consume. Yeah, so that's entering, so dealing with all of those. I think we're just doing this, and then we're going to hit this back, just to make sure we don't take any unnecessary damage. Okay, clearing things up there. Clearing things up here fairly well. And now we've got... what have we got? So this isn't even going to vaguely die. But we can't play that yet anyway. We can consume to apply Infuse to hand. Considering everything's dying anyway, might as well put this here, and then I think we save that, because we've got enough things doing damage here, and we can work on dealing with Seraph as well. Okay, we're down to 1 Ember, but this still is helpful for quick and sweep. So, and we could also just damage shield, rage, and Ember Drain or something. Is it? Oh my goodness, we've lost our lifelink finally. I want to apply a damage shield, I think. Although this can just stay. We can do this another time. I actually think damage shield is where we want to be here onto this. And just, it doesn't save us much, but okay, so we're applying damage there. This isn't going as well as I hoped. There we go, morsels, right. Sure. Medium morsels. Oh my god, this is going to die. Oh, because it doesn't have the lifelink. We didn't get enough lifelink early on. So we're going to need to start putting morsels in front. We should have maybe used any ember we had here. This isn't good news. We need to get our other dragon down. No. And these are living. Oh, this is not going well. Okay. We might be in trouble here. Can we save these somehow? So this way we can just consume this and gain a bunch of ember. It does 30 damage. So we can actually eat through some of this quite easily. So we eat through those. We can start chewing through some of this as well. So this is going to lose loads of damage is the problem. So I think we need to reap 14 here. Gain 2 Ember and Duraguard. Keep Blind Reap. More consuming. So if we consume this here, what we can do is we can find the worst ones. So like this. This will eat up 6 damage there. This would start hitting ridiculously hard. So this 57, 59. So if we put one of these here, this at the front, maybe even put 2 of them, and just put some power down somewhere. So let's put the excuse me. Where are we putting the power down? I mean, this is going to kill all 3 of these anyway. So 4th attack gets us through on there. Whereas, as it stands, this isn't going to kill everything here. So I think we're going here. And we're going to try and start just getting the damage through where we can. I don't feel confident on this. I think we might be struggling to actually kill Seraph. We're going to have to try and get a load of Reap. This is only 15, so we can easily just consume this to kill it. So there we go. We don't have any good spells in our discard pile for this yet. However, what can we do about this? So this doesn't have any hard hitters, but we do have the ability to extract and infuse things. So pop this up here, and again, and what if we go again? So this still doesn't have life drain is the problem, so that pile doesn't really help us. The most damage taken from anything. When does Reap? After combat ends. I think we're just going to stick all of the Reap up here. And just try and daze. Okay, so we can't daze there. We can. If we daze there, we lose the Reap. So, you know what? I actually think I'm just going to apply 3 more stacks of Reap onto Seraph. There we go. And just get all the damage going up here. We probably need to consider giving up on this bottom floor, really, which is the worrying part. Being able to use this is great. So we use this here. We can pop this in. This will really help out on this front. We can apply more Reap. Use infused. This we can just pop back down here. And pop this in front, I think. Okay, so this doesn't do much here, unfortunately. because it's got 3 life steals. So a lot of our damage is actually going to go missing because of this. I don't think we've got this. Maybe this is a stacking reek will help in the future for us. 1800 damage is a lot to ask. So let's consume. Apply infuse to everything. Oh, as this stands, we've got it. So we just reap, I guess. Apply extra. Sure. So how have we got this? Oh, because we're just going to take too long to kill with the lifesteal. The lifesteal comes through again. This is going to take far too long for this to die. Yeah, so we've just watched this. So that's going to hit, we're going to heal all the way up again and hit like a truck. Yeah, the lifesteal is unbelievable this run. Like every single round you could save by the amount of lifesteal that we got. So this is the last lifesteal and it's just enough. Okay. Okay. I'm okay with wormy people. What were they called again? Wormkin. The Wormkin and Umbra was really fun. This has actually probably been my favourite run yet. I'm really glad there's more intricacy to the different archetypes you figure out as you go. It really does make it feel a little bit more like there's some longevity to the game. And honestly, major battles now have additional enemies. Hell yeah. Ooh, we've mastered a bunch of cards as well. But yeah, like it feels like there's a bit more longevity in this game than there could have been. It had the potential to just start just running out of steam, whereas now I'm absolutely happy to keep going with this. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this as well. Ooh, I'm not going to sign off here. I'm going to read all these. 1 additional card in each draft pack will be infused. That's pretty sweet. Wormkin, extract 3, apply melee weakness 3. Okay, that's nice. Increase the empty echoes on each floor by 1. And Umbra, what do Umbra get? Morsel and a morsel minor to your hand. Yeah, we like the morsels. First time each turn an enemy unit dies, add 2 morsel units to hand. That's cool. There we go. Right, that is our big improvement. We're getting closer to unlocking the Melting Remnant as well. Oh, unlock some bonuses, some gold cards. The fact that's our first ever Wormkin run and we did actually get gold on there as well is pretty sweet. So you can probably tell, had a great time on this run. I'm going to try the next one the other way around and try it with the Umbra with the Wormkin as our sort of supporting our allied faction. If you guys have enjoyed this, please do let me know in the comments. That is what you can do that means the most to me. If you want to support the channel, you can like, you can subscribe, you can join us on Patreon. But more importantly than any of that is thank you so much for watching and have a good day.